Morning, friends. It is Tuesday, May 25th, and it is 5:50 in the morning. Been up for just a little bit, and last night before I went to bed, I think I'd said something about I was kind of anxious to start these jelly plates prints out of these magazines that I had been given, because I now have stacks and stacks of them, and the paper is so nice on them. It's definitely a nice absorbent paper. And for you, those of you that don't really know, this is a jelly plate, and this is I think it's the #1 seller of jelly plate. Forget the name of it because I don't have the paperwork here, but you can see them online if you put in Gelli, Gelli, and that's what they are. It's a jelly formula, and you put paint on it, and then you can make papers out of it. Now, I have been making most of these are the papers I made last night. You can still see some of the print underneath. See, I can see it. I'm going to turn this other overhead light on. There, I think that might make it just a little bit clearer. And the idea is to just kind of make some backgrounds, and you can either glue a picture or something on top of it, or you can use them to make some kind of art and cut them up. I kind of like this one. I used my stencil that I had made out of, this is like a paper protector sheet that you can get and put in a 3-ring binder. I think at one point it had an opening over here. It's probably gotten sealed shut, but I just cut the squares out, and you can make your prints out of it. And then at the Dollar Tree, I had gotten this, which is one of those things you put inside of a sink, and this makes really great holes on your papers. I'll show you some of those. Okay, this was just kind of cleaning up things, and this actually is not flat. It has textured thick paint to it, but you can still see some of the words. The idea isn't really to read the words. I mean, I guess you could try, but it's just to give it a better background. Okay, that's the sink protector, and it's one of my favorite ones. I've got a number of stencils, and that one isn't quite done. I want to do something with that. I want to do something with all of them, and that's why I'm kind of on this morning. I do go to the doctor at 2:30 today, so I may end up having a little nap since I got up so early. And this is made with this thing that I got at Lowe's. And what you do is you put your paint on the jelly plate, and then you just kind of go like that and drag it. And it's supposed to make wood prints, and I think it does a pretty good job. And then that was kind of my wipey paper, just wiping stuff off. And that's what you do. So one of the things I want to do this morning is see if I can come up with any ideas on what to do with these papers. Most of them, let's see if this is my new book. I've got 2 new books that I showed yesterday. This one was started May 24th. And a lot of times what I do with my jelly prints is I put them in backgrounds. Now I did this one after I'd made the video yesterday. And I think I'm going to decoupage this piece of fabric on here and then do something down here. So I did this with one of my Gelli prints. This is Jackie Kennedy Onassis. Let's see. Nope, that's just Jackie. What was her name? Boo something. It's before she got married to John Kennedy. And then I just started taking some Gelli prints and gluing them on. I love this little texture. And I just flip them around to the other side. And then here's the yellow one. This one was made with this. Now, I didn't make these last night. I still have a little stack of some of these that I want to get in the books. And that way I can build the page off of it. And this one, I just took a piece of fabric. And just, if your glue kind of sticks to it, just go like that and it'll separate it. And this is from Don's cousin that passed away a few months ago. It was his birthday card. She said, "I didn't know what you like, so we'll have to get your own, haha." So she must have gave him some money. And then this is a piece of an old ledger. And I think that's all I got done besides the Gelli prints that I was just showing you. Oh, I did these too, I think, yeah. My Gelli print. This is John, I believe. I found at the thrift store a series of 7 books that were on the Kennedys and the royal family. So I have a lot of pictures. This is John Kennedy. John Kennedy with his dad. And this is the fabric again. And this is Al. That's the weather guy on the morning news. Burger Up. And then I made this paper. And then I cut that out of one of my magazines. So what to do first? I'm not sure. I think right now, I don't know what to do. I think for right now, I'm just going to work on some sheets. So I will be putting the Gelli plate back. It does tend to stick to. This is just a mailer that I got something in. I'm probably going to cough, so please excuse me. Like I said, I do go to the doctor at 2:30 this afternoon. I will definitely be doing more of the Gelli plating in a little bit. If not this video, then I'll make another one with it. Let's see. Alright, let's just pick one that I kind of like. And what shall I do with it? One of my favorite things is I just got a new, is crayons, as I've told you. And I got a new set of, I don't know how these ink things keep getting put in different crayon bags and stuff. I don't even think. This is, Try this red one, see if it even shows up. And it adds a little texture. When you do this, all you're doing is really trying to add layers of texture. Let me try it on this plain purple one that I haven't done much with. Yep, see, adds a little something. And if I took my big brown one, let's see. See, it adds something to it. And if you use the sides, I think I need to add a little water to kind of moisten it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do this one right now. And these are chalk. I just got them at Meyer. Essential Royal Langnesol or something like that. And they're a waxy chalk. They're kind of like a crayon. Okay, let's just try that with I'm gonna try some circles. And these are the jelly markers. Let's see what I've got in this little bag. I've got one of the white stencil pens, which reminds me, I think I have. This is kind of the same stuff that your whiteout is made out of. And that's what this is too, except it's pink. And then I have this, which I got at the Dollar Tree. And it's more of a chalk pastel kind of thing. You can blend it. So I'm going to try let's see. These work too. These are the ink correctors. They work like these do. These are much more expensive. These are only $1 at the Dollar Tree. But with this one, it's just easier. It's easier to control it, I think. Now let's see, a marker, and I like colored pencils, which I do have to sharpen. Oh, let's just try this. See what I can do with this. Put some of my paints up from last night. Alright. Let's see what shows up on here. Okay, that did not show up. Let's see if a colored pencil does. Colored pencil shows up a little bit. Let's see what our marker does. It's like a bronze. It shows up a little bit. And then we have the little brighter one. Let's see what this does. Yeah, that shows up better. Excuse me. And that shows up even better. Because you're trying to do it on top of paint too. So I think these are the winners. Okay. See if the green shows up on there. Yep. A different shade of green. All right. Now these you have to kind of go like this. And this is a very fine one. Go around. And then you can see the little colors. This is the correction marker that you can get for $1. Now these you have to squeeze as you drag it, because you're trying to cover up markings. So let's see. And of course I have to dry a little bit. And then this kind, it's a Sharpie paint pincher. And that's all you do with this, and it makes a much bigger circle than the pink one. And if you just hold down, you can write with it. And let me go get the other just to show you. It is the whiteout style. See if I've got this in frame here. Well, that wasn't. This is the Bic cover-up. You can get it for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And this has just the brush. Okay. And here's just a marker. I'll let that dry. So that's how you can kind of embellish them. There's probably one of the more challenging. What could I do here? Let's see. Well, it's red ink. And let's see. There's how I keep my sharpener. I can just sharpen in there. I do have a trash can over next to me, but sometimes I just do it this way. And that way I know where my sharpener is. Let's see if this does anything. Yeah, I think I'll just freehand it. Doesn't really show up on this for some reason. These ones from Meyer really work well. But they break really easily too. little makeup brushes. Got clean ones, but I'm gonna because I keep them in a plastic bag, they stay soft. And then you can just I was thinking I might not have to go to the doctor today, but on second thought, I think I'm gonna have to. And I don't see where let me get a plate, because this isn't gonna last very long with this. So I'll put you on hold while I gather a few things. Okay, I'm back. I got several things to use. One was a tray, and I use this color. I like a lot of white and dark in about everything. Dark blue. And there's a metallic silver. And let's try pink. What other color could I use? Yellow. If there's ever paint left over, I just stick it, the whole thing in a baggie. Pretty well takes care of it. And here's my black. I do like black. Alright, I found my sponges. You can get these at the dollar store. And they come makeup sponges in a wedge. And just tear off a wedge if you want to save it for different colors. So let's see what else I would want to do with this. I think I'm going to set this one aside until I just, well, I think I wanted to try a regular crayon. And here's some of my regular crayons. I think I'll use a dark color. I've got a gray and a brown. Try the gray. Just to kind of go around some of these. Still a little wet, so it kind of slides on it. If it wasn't wet, I think it would do just fine. Okay, and then we'll use brown and just make circles around them. I still think these waxy chalks from Meyer and these Gelli markers do better. A lot of it's just learning what you're gonna do or what works for you. Okay, I'm gonna set this one aside, and then I have this one that didn't look too complete. I'm so sorry. I hope you can get through this video. So this is a stencil, kind of a lacy looking thing. And I think I'll use what's in this first. I'm sure you've all tried or seen stencils. I guess every once in a while you have somebody that watches that maybe's never done something like that. Kind of rotated it. I think it does okay. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's pretty. All right, this is my favorite stencil. Little circles. I love circles. Okay, I'm gonna kind of getting the pink and the yellow mixed up, which is making mud. What does pink and yellow make? I guess you'd say orange. Yep, orange. And if you want to prevent that, you use a new one. It doesn't have any color in it. Other than the color you just dipped. Whoa, that didn't do so well. I gotta try it again. Okay, let's just, instead of circling it, just go up and down and see what it does. Okay, let's try some of that. Huh. You can see where it's trying to. Usually it does much better. Oh, let's try a bird. Okay. Well, I am not being too successful. Can't even tell where the bird's supposed to be. This is not good. Yeah, I can't even outline it. Well, I guess you'll learn right along with me what works. And of course, I don't think anything works on wet paint. Nope. Best laid plans. You ever heard of that? Well, what can I do to save this poor thing? How about some type of flower? I need a different color green. Looks like a... See, you can't even mess with the paper because it's already such a mess. But you know what? This paper isn't staying whole. It's getting ripped up. This is what I do with all my papers. Well, why don't we just make something right there? I think I was so excited just to do something. When I woke up this morning, I didn't even get a bottle of water to rinse my brush in. Little hummingbird. It's supposed to be his feet. Let me see if I can dot his. Oh, as you can tell, I'm just a natural artist. Let that dry. Okay, what shall I do with this? First of all, to get some paint off my brush. Doesn't make any difference where you put your extra paint as long as you don't waste it. Switch colors. Regular crayon. Not quite as wide, is it? Let's see if this pink shows up at all. It does best for very small dots. bothers me that the crayon, the brown crayon, she's purple, doesn't show up very much. There, I like that better. See it more to tilt, I think, the shininess of it. All right. Add a little washi tape. Okay, so we have this one. And this one, which really doesn't have a particular way it goes, because it's going to get ripped up anyways. And that one. And that one. This one needs some more red. To run out, I think. Yeah, we're at the very end there. That was the very end. So that one will probably need a little glue. This one's from the Dollar Tree. They have a little different feel to them. More of a, almost a paper. This is a regular. Alright. I got a couple more here. It's one of my favorites. Let's see if we can just do some leaves. Unless I have lost all abilities to do this. A little more. Yeah, I think I'm putting way too much paint on here. A lighter hand. Yeah, I think that's what it is. You live and you learn. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So I think I'm going to leave that one that way. And I made myself some breakfast, which has to, it's probably wait an hour. It has just 1 scoop of protein powder, chocolate, some almond milk, 1/4 cup of oats, and 2 teaspoons of chia seeds, and some blueberries. I'm looking for my notebook. I wonder if I knocked it off. Knocked my little one off. Well, that's funny because I just showed it to you. I know there's a bunch of stuff on this table, but I couldn't have lost it that quick. Oh, here it is. It was under a bunch of stuff. Just gonna set that stuff aside. And I still love that comic book rack. And she says, I've never seen so many comics in my whole life. my papers that I had just done. Still a little bit wet, but I think it'll work. Now normally, this has washi tape on it. Normally I would just tear it, but since it has the washi tape on it, I'm going to cut it. Excess white off. It just shows the edge. Not about the right length. Yeah, I don't mind if it sticks up at the top of the page. I don't usually let it stick at the bottom, but isn't that pretty? My tacky glue. Put it half on the page. Flip it over and fold it on the other half. So there you go. One of the ways to use the, let's put in a shade there, shadow. Oh, this one kind of stuck together. It's okay, it folds fine, okay. That side's pretty dry. I think I'll just cut that flower off. Of course, it's going to go right through one of the leaves. And again, I'll cut that white off. Okay, there's the, take some more tacky glue. By the way, it is now 5 minutes after 7. So, Don plays golf again this morning. I think I'm gonna just turn over a little bit because I want most of that flour on this side. So he and my son are gonna play this morning. And then my son's got to work at the golf course till close. There you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut off all this white, and I'll show you something else I do. Now remember, this is on that paper out of that magazine. Nice absorbent cottony kind of paper, and I like that. It is thick compared to the Gelli, listen to me, I got Gelli on the mind, Deli papers that I get like this. These are just paper thin. They do hold the paint really good. But then when I go to glue them down, they're not very thick. So there's that pretty paper. And so sometimes you can just go like that. When you go to put some of your glue pictures in, or you can put more jelly print on top of it, depending on whatever you want. I wonder if I've got a... I don't want anything too busy. Jackie down there, and that's Jackie Kennedy. Booyah, whatever. Bouet. I don't remember what her maiden name was. Kennedy Onassis. It's her daughter, and Carolyn, and her son John. I have at least one picture of Jackie. And sometimes you can just let your paper speak for itself. So I think I'll just do something a little light on here. It's her walking with John. He's such a cute little kid. Help Wiggleworth plant his garden. I don't know what that's got to do with Jackie. That kind of does, though. That was from my son's cupcakes at his wedding last Sunday. They wrapped all the way around the cupcake. Jackie. She was our American princess. You guys noticed these paper towels were kind of discolored. My husband had almost a whole roll of paper towels in his stained glass art room and spilled a cup of coffee. So he just took the whole roll, you know, as it's rolled up like whole roll, and he just blotted up the entire coffee. So it's coffee stained. But it works. I've only got a few more sheets left, but in case anybody had wondered about that. Feels like my signature for the scribble. All right, well, I think that's it for right now, so I'll get this uploaded. I may be back later on today with another video, but I'll get this one uploaded. All right. Good morning. Hope it's a great day for you.